Baby, there's a freaking spider. I think I'm gonna buy some lotion.
Eve's just been a problem since we know her, honestly. Like,
yeah. I have a lot to do today. I went to bed so late last night. I told myself last night, at this point, I'm solely relying on the strength of Jesus because I don't even know how I'm still standing up, how I'm still going. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Baby, there's a freaking spider. Baby, there's a spider. I'm keeping my eyes on it. Sorry about that, we're back. I'm about to start braiding my hair. I love this hairstyle, like having this one hanging out and the hair back. Yeah, it's so crazy that sleep can literally just give you energy, and what seemed impossible yesterday is possible today. That's like mind blowing because I just felt like I could not do this. But today I'm knocking it out, I'm kicking butt. Okay guys, so we finally finished my hair, and just completing that honestly have given me a rush of excitement. I'm very hungry right now, which is honestly kind of killing the rush. And today is May 1st, so I gotta pay rent. I made overnight oats last night and I'm super excited about it. Okay guys, so I am back and I am dressed for the day because we have a lot to do outside of the house. We need grocery. I need to go to Goodwill to film a video. I need to pick up some last minute birthday gifts for my auntie. So right now I'm just putting lotion on my body. I think I'm gonna buy some lotion today. Ooh, a perfume. I'm gonna buy a perfume today. All right, so we are leaving the store now. That was a pretty successful trip. I just realized that this may have been confusing and I didn't record any updates for this video that you're watching now because I was recording another video and I totally forgot which one I was focusing on. So at this point of the video, I just got done filming a thrifting part for another video. But now we're heading to Bath & Body Works so that we can get a small gift for my aunt. Okay guys, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do a car fragrance because I think that's so cool for her car. That's the holder I picked. So now I just gotta find a smell for it. I don't know how to smell it though. I don't know how you test it out. It says try me, but I don't know how you do it.
We have some that are open right here. So you basically just sniff them.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that one, that Tiki Beach. I feel like she would like a masculine smell like her car. I think I'm gonna get this. Very nice and simple, and she doesn't have this yet. And I think she'll like this. I'm not sure. Now let's go find me some perfume. Let's see. It's my hand sanitizer. All right, so your girl's in the driver's seat now. I'm giving my boyfriend a break. He's been driving this whole day and just being so patient with me. So I'm doing a favor and driving for him. So yeah, we're heading home now. I'm just waiting on him. We had to get a quarter from the inside because we didn't have one. And we're being honest people and taking that back. So this day has been very productive. I'm actually starting to wind down. I need some water. I need some food to get my energy back up. Hey guys, Editing Deja here, and I explained what I read in the Bible, but I did a horrible job explaining it. I think I just was nervous to talk about it. So I'm gonna try to do much better here after having some time to reflect over a little more. So I was reading Genesis. The reason I went back to Genesis is because before this moment I was praying, asking God to just teach me more about how Satan can deceive and lie to me, basically. So Genesis and Matthew popped in my head when Jesus was being tempted in the wilderness, but I decided to go with Genesis. I'm gonna read what stuck out to me. So in Genesis 2,
At the end of verse 9, it says, in the middle of the garden, he placed the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So that's telling us what was placed in the middle. And this stood out to me because I never knew about the tree of life. I only knew about the tree of good and evil. And so I'm like, wait, there were 2 trees placed in the middle. That's why I highlighted that, because I'm like, why is this the first time I'm hearing about this tree of life? Why did I never pay attention to it? So it really stood out to me. So I highlighted it so I can take note of it. So now let's go ahead and head down to verse 15, 16, and 17. It says, the Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it. But the Lord God warned him, you may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you are sure to die. So I was like, wait, you can eat from the tree of life? Because he said you can eat from every tree. So I highlighted every tree except the tree of good and evil. But we learned that there was 2 trees placed in the middle, the tree of life and the tree of good and evil. Now, you see me on my phone in that clip, and that's when I was cross-referencing, trying to figure out what is this tree of life. And come to find out, it's like the tree of eternity, basically. It seems like it's going to be something that we receive in heaven at the end. I will pop it here on the screen so you can read it for yourself. It's in Revelation. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so they had a chance to eat from the tree of life ever since the beginning. So Genesis 3 is when the serpent started to deceive or question or bring to Eve's attention about the trees. So that's where all of this is. And the Bible even tells us that the serpent was one of the most cleverest wild animals that the Lord had made. So that shows what he's capable of, that he's capable of deceiving us if we're not standing strong on what God has told us. So one day he asked the woman, this is verse 1, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? Now, y'all know he knew what he was doing when he worded this. He said any of the trees. He's just trying to introduce, like, you know how sometimes you shouldn't really even be conversating with that person, but they just come up and just, hey, did you do last night homework? Like, we shouldn't even be talking to each other. But you know I did the homework. He know what trees she can eat and cannot eat, but he's just open a door so she can be like, let me think about this, you know. So he opens up the door. She said, of course, we can eat from the trees in the garden. The woman replied, it is only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we're not allowed to eat. Satan, duh. And God said you must not eat it or touch it. If you do, you will die. Now, I don't know who she's talking about, but when I read it, all I saw in verse 2 was God said, if you eat its fruit, you are sure to die. So Eve just been a problem since we know her, honestly. Like, she's just been making stuff up, eating stuff that she shouldn't be eating. She's just a problem. And, you know, being a woman, I understand we are a problem. Anywho, he go on, you won't die, God knows, and all this stuff. So the point of the matter is, God is okay with them eating from the tree of life, but he warns them not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And in this scenario, we can see that the serpent don't even mention the tree of life. He don't care about the tree of life. He wants to pull you away from what God has commanded you to do. He wants to get you as far away as possible from God so that maybe you can see God's wrath and run from him. Because what did they do? They ran from God. But God, being loving and caring, goes and finds them. He calls out to them. You see, the serpent knows what he's doing. So I currently have 2 situations, and God has already told me what not to do. And he hasn't said what to do, but since I can't do one thing, it makes sense what to do. In my mind, though, I keep going back to what not to do. And it seems more appetizing. It seems more fulfilling. It seems like that is the right way, that, you know, maybe God had it wrong. Maybe I didn't hear God, and the serpent's in my ear, or Satan or his demons, whatever you want to call it, is in my ear saying, did God really say you couldn't do that? You know, and it's just like, it gets hard. So moral of the story is, this was very encouraging to just do what God's saying. Eat from that tree of life. Don't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because we see where that end up. And just do what he says. And when that serpent comes to you questioning you, you tell them, look, God said, and then you tell them your situation. So I wanted to explain that off that made sense, because it was very interesting to me. And it was cool to take like 3 sentences and to be able to apply it to my life. Something that happened over, I don't even know how many years ago it happened, but a long time ago. And I'm able to apply it to a certain situation in my life. Comment down below if there's something else that you got from it, or maybe I read something wrong. So yeah, just let me know. It was very encouraging to me, and I want to share it with you guys though. So back to the video. Okay, so here's the May calendar that I have printed out. I just got it from Google. It's actually a lot smaller than I'm used to. I usually get something about this big, but that's okay. This is what we have. I'm gonna go ahead and fill everything in. And that is the end of the day. Doing this calendar was the last thing on my to-do list. I just noticed that it's not
straight at all. I just want to thank you guys so much, because if it was not for this video, I probably wouldn't have been productive as I was, but because you guys were there and motivated me along the way, I was able to get everything done on my list. Comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel so I can know that this is something you are interested in. And yeah, I'm not gonna hold you guys way too long. You've been here with me all day. We both had a long day and you don't need to see any more of me. I'm pretty sure you're ready for me to go. So I'm gonna get out your hair and we're gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Peace, guys. Bye. And I just wanna tell you guys, God bless you.